We are on Masechet Shevuot, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Bet, second Mishnah in the first chapter of Masechet Shevuot. So, as we discussed in the last Mishnah, we talked about Shtayim Shehem Arba. Things are that 2 are 4. Okay, and we're going to end up eventually discussing the idea of Shevuot and Masechet Shevuot of oaths. But first, the Mishnah is going to spend the next 2 chapters on Yediot HaTum'ah. Yay! Knowing about knowledge of Tum'ah. Okay, we said our Shtayim Shehem Arba. Let's look back at our little chart that we made. Here we have Shtayim, okay? Ne'elma, what are the 2 Yediot HaTum'ah that are in the Torah? Ne'elma mimenu Tum'ah. Okay, you forgot that you're Tameh, and then you either ate kachim, that's 1, or you went to the Beit HaMikdash. Okay, you're not allowed to do that. There's a Korban. We're going to see what the Korban is called. Okay, or what's the 4? You remember that you're Tameh, but you forgot that this meat that you're eating is kachim, or you forgot that you're entering into the Beit HaMikdash. Not a good idea, but who knows? It could happen. Okay, so we learned about Shtayim Shein Arba. So now our Mishnah, the next first 2 chapters are going to be about Yediot HaTum'ah, about knowing Tum'ah. Mishnah says, Kol sheyesh ba yedi'ah batchila b'yedi'ah basof. So we're going to talk about what does it mean to do something b'shogeg, to do something by accident. So the way the shogeg works is, okay, I have to know that what I'm doing is wrong, or have known. If I never knew about it, then there's no way for me to know. So okay, so I have to have yedi'ah b'tchila. I have to know. 1 second. I know that it's asur to eat to walk into the Beit HaMikdash when I'm tameh. Okay, so I know I'm tameh. Yedi'ah basof. I go into the Beit HaMikdash. I come out, and then I know that I was tameh. Ve'elam beintayim, and there's a lack of knowledge in the middle. Meaning, okay, I know it's asur to go into the Beit HaMikdash when I'm tameh. I know I'm tameh. Then I forgot one of those 2 things, walk into the Beit HaMikdash, come back and say, oh my God, I walked into the Beit HaMikdash. That's considered, okay, that's the shogeg. And then harez be'olav yored. That's a korban olav yored. Olav yored, up and down. It's an up and down korban. Why is it called an up and down korban? It says the Wikipedia. We learned the Wikipedia, okay. What's a korban olav yored? It's a person who violates one of 3 korbanot. Lahavi korban, he has to bring a korban. Kishe'erko shel korban mishtaneh. The value of the korban it can change. Olav yored, meaning the cost it's going to cost you to bring it goes up and down. Based on the economic situation of the sinner. So interesting. If you're rich, you bring a behemah. If you're I guess middle class, you bring 2 birds. If you're poor, you bring minchat solet, a grain offering, which is like there's so much interesting to talk about a korban olav yored, an economic policy or whatever. Fascinatingly, I think one of the reasons the Mishnah brings these halachot here is because look at the 3 halachot that you have to bring, the 3 isurim that you bring on korban olav yored. One is Shevuot bitui, okay, when you make an oath, you make you lie. Shevuot ha'edut, okay, you take an oath of edut, or tumat migdash, or korban tumah. So I get the sense that Chazal said, well, 1 second, we're talking about Shevuot. This korban olav yored is relevant to our discussion. Okay, so in order to be chayav the korban olav yored, okay, which we were going to see we'll see I think we saw in the psukim, or we will see in the psukim, okay, that you have to have yedi'ah batchila, know before, yedi'ah basof, know, and you have to know afterwards, obviously, because if you don't know afterwards, then you don't bring a korban. V'halam beintayim, hareza olav yored, yesh ba yedi'ah batchila, ve'ein ba yedi'ah basof. That's that person knew that it was that you can't eat kachim, knew that he's tameh, forgot one of those 2 things. Okay, and then he ate the kachim, but ein ba yedi'ah basof. He didn't remember. He doesn't know. He didn't remember that he violated the isur, so he can't bring a korban because he never remembered. Seir shena'aseh bifnim v'yom kippurim toleh. There is a seir that there's a korban. I think it's a goat. Seir is a goat. We're looking it up. Seir shena'aseh bifnim v'yom kippurim toleh. Meaning there's a seir shena'aseh bifnim in the avodah the Beit HaMikdash. The Kohen Gadol brings a bunch of korbanot on Yom Kippur. Okay, and one of those is he offers a korban bifnim inside the Kodesh HaKadashim. And Yom Kippurim, and the day of Yom Kippur itself, toleh. It leaves it hanging until he finds out, until he remembers, if he ever remembers. And then he has to bring then he brings it when he remembers. He goes, oh my God, I forgot that I violated. Then I have to bring this korban olav yored. What does that mean? It's toleh. Okay, toleh. It protects him from yisurin, from afflictions, from pain, from suffering. Meaning a person doesn't remember, so the korban itself, it like leaves him hanging, okay, until the Yom Kippur comes, until he remembers. Okay, so that's so now we've learned yesh ba yidiyah betchila v'yidiyah basof, and we also learned yesh yidiyah betchila ve'en yidiyah basof. We're going to put that in a chart because we're going to have this in the future Mishnayot. So we'll start our chart. Yesh, we learn yesh yidiyah betchila, and there's yidiyah basof and he'elam b'tayim. Obviously, that's interpreted. Then you have to do a korban all over your way. Okay. Then we'll say the kapara. We'll call the kapara the chart. Okay. Let me say 1 second. The sin. Okay. The chet. Okay. Yesh yidiyah betchila ve'en yidiyah basof. If you've never learned about it, Mishnah says se'ir bifmim and yom kippurim are tolen. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father. Harav Simcha B'Yisakama. Have a good day.